Hello, my dear friends. So today we are going to start a topic that is periodic and aperiodic signal. So in this topic, we will be having some problems as well. First of all, we will go through the definition and concept, and then we will see the problem. Thank you. As I have already told that today we are going to study the periodic and aperiodic signal. So let us see the basic difference, basic definition of this periodic and aperiodic signals, right? So we can say that a signal is said to be periodic if the signal will repeat its value after a certain interval of time. Please mind it. A signal is said to be periodic if the signal repeats its value after some interval of time. Okay, so if mathematically we see, we can say that a signal is periodic if it is satisfying this condition. Okay, x xt suppose signal, if it is satisfying this condition, okay, if the signal is satisfying this condition for all t, mind it, if the signal is satisfying this condition for all value of t, then the signal is said to be periodic. Okay, so first thing is, if the signal is satisfying this condition for all value of t, then the signal is said to be periodic. And the smallest value of t for which the signal is satisfying the above condition is known as fundamental period. Okay, the smallest value of t for which the signal is satisfying the above condition is known as fundamental time period. Okay, the smallest value will be known as fundamental time period. Fundamental, okay, fundamental time period. Now, time period. Now, what is aperiodic signal? Now, very easy thing is this. If suppose the signal is not satisfying this condition, even few value or one value of t, even few value or one value of t, then that signal will be known as aperiodic signal, right? If the signal is not satisfying this above condition, even for a one value of t, or we can say that at least for one value of t, then that signal will be known as aperiodic signal. So here we have seen the basic definition of periodic and aperiodic signal. A periodic signal will be satisfying this condition for all value of t. Okay, and a aperiodic signal will not be satisfying this condition at least for one value of t. Okay, so this is the basic definition of periodic and aperiodic signal. So dear students, let us see let us see by an example how the periodicity goes. Okay, suppose for a signal to be periodic, this condition has to be satisfied, right? This condition has to be satisfied. Now suppose I have taken a signal xt as this. Okay, very common signal to an electrical engineer. I have taken the signal xt as this, and suppose xt plus capital T is like this. Okay, where T is for if now it is arbitrary. Okay, we are not knowing the value. Now see, what will happen is that the xt plus T may be written as this. So this is suppose equation number 1, and this is suppose equation number 2, and we very well know that sine phi plus theta is equals to sine theta. Okay, so for that concept here, this omega t will be equal to pi. Okay, so this omega t will be equal to 2 pi. Sorry, this omega t will be equal to 2 pi because we know that sine 2 pi plus theta, okay, will be nothing but sine theta, will be nothing but sine theta. Okay, so for that we can say that by that we can say this omega t will be nothing, it will be equal to 2 pi. This omega t will be nothing but will be equal to 2 pi, right? Omega t will be equal to omega capital T, right? Omega capital T will be equal to capital T will be is equal to 2 pi. And there, from there we can say that T is nothing but 2 pi by, right? So by that we can say T is nothing but it is a 2 pi by omega. So let us move ahead and do some practical examples by which we can say that we can calculate. So this simple calculation can be adopted in general. Okay, so let us do a few more examples so that we can get rid of these all things, right? So dear students, as we have uh, calculated the fundamental time period in the previous slide, and that was coming out to be 2 pi by omega. Okay, so the examples which are presented here, we are trying to calculate the fundamental time period of these signals, right? So we are going to calculate the fundamental time period of this signal. So for this signal, if we see that how much omega is, it is like this, it is this. Okay, so the fundamental time period will be nothing but 2 pi by 50 pi, right? And the fundamental time period what we will be getting is 1 by 25 seconds. 1 by 25 seconds. So that is the fundamental time period for the first one. And for second one, if we calculate the fundamental time period, it is nothing but 2 pi by, this is omega, right? And 2 pi by 5. And from here we are getting as 0.4 pi seconds. In short, we can say that we just have to see the value of omega and we have to divide by 2 pi. Okay, and we will get the fundamental time periods. Now, for this signal, the fundamental time period is nothing but 2 pi upon 10 pi, right? Because omega is here. Okay, we are having as 10 pi. So we can say that it is nothing but 1 by 5 seconds. So in this exercise, we have calculated the fundamental time period. Okay, and we have suggested a common thing, a common method to calculate the fundamental time period, and we have calculated the fundamental time period for these examples. If any more example you are having, you can write to me in the comment box. I will solve those examples. Okay, now the situation arises, suppose if we are having the sum of two signals. Okay, and we have to justify whether the sum of signal is periodic or non-periodic, then how we will justify? Okay, Now let us do that problem. If we are having sum of two signals and we have to check whether the sum of the signal is periodic or non-periodic. That is very common question. Okay, let us do that question. So students, let us suppose we are having this signal and this signal is sum of two signals. Suppose this signal is having fundamental time period of t1 and this signal is having fundamental time period of t2, right? So these two signals we are having. So let us study the procedure, how to calculate, how to suggest whether this signal is periodic or aperiodic signal. Okay, so very simple. You can say we are having a way to calculate whether the sum is periodic or non-periodic. Okay, first thing we have to calculate T1, fundamental time period of signal 1. So T1 will be nothing but 2 pi by 10, right? And it will come out to be pi by 5, right? Now we will calculate T2, and T2, if we see, T2 is coming out to be 2 pi by 4. Please remember, we have to consider this omega only, right? We have to see this omega. We have to see this only, right? We are not considered with this difference, phase difference. We have to see this only. Okay. So the fundamental time period is coming out to be pi by 2. Now, the second step is we have to calculate the ratio of T1 upon T2. And if the ratio is an integer, please remember, if the ratio is a rational number, sorry, if the ratio is a rational number or ratio of two integers, if the ratio is rational number or ratio of two integers, then the above sum of the signal is periodic. So we will calculate this, and T1 upon T2 we are getting as 2 by 5. If we calculate T1 upon T2, we will get 2 by 5. We will get, let me write it again. We will get 2 by 5. So from here, as I have already told, if the ratio of T1 and T2 is a rational number or the ratio of two integers, okay, so this is definitely a rational number, then we will say that the sum of these two signal is nothing but periodic. Sum of these two signal is nothing but periodic. Okay, so let us do few more examples. So let us take two more examples. So we have taken this as a signal. So for this signal, if we see, this is nothing but for this we are calculating T1, and for this we are calculating, right? Now, if we see T1 is nothing but fundamental time period for signal T1 is 2 pi by 65, and that is nothing but 1 by 30. And if we calculate T2, it is nothing but 2 pi by 55, and it is nothing but 1 by 25 seconds. Both are in seconds. Okay, now if we calculate the ratio of T1 upon T2, so it will come out to be, if we calculate the ratio of T1 and T2, I think it will be 1 by 30 upon 1 by 25. It will be 5 by 6. Now, this is a this is a rational number. Everyone knows that this is a rational number, and also it is the ratio of two integers. Okay, so there is no question that the signal will be aperiodic. Okay, so the sum of the signal will always be periodic. Now the next question arises: what will be the fundamental time period of the signal? Let us try to calculate that as well. Okay, so that will be, please see carefully, the time period of the signal will be t is equals to 6t1 is equal to 5t2, will be is equals to 6t1 is equals to 5t2, and that will come out to be 6 into 1 upon 30 is equals to 5 into 1 upon 25, and that will come out to be 1 upon 5. So that this above signal is, sum of the signal is periodic with a period of 1 by 5 seconds or 0.2 seconds. Okay, so that is the thing. Now let us do the second question. So dear students, we are doing the second question. So in the second question, this second part, we can calculate T2 very easily, right? We can calculate T2. But what about this signal? Everyone knows that this signal is a unit step signal, and the unit step signal is not periodic. It is aperiodic. Okay, it is, this signal is aperiodic. Okay, this signal is nothing but this signal is aperiodic. And if in the sum of the signal, if one signal is aperiodic, then the sum will always be what? Sum will always be aperiodic. Please remember this. Sum will always be. So this is the conclusion. That's why I have taken this question. This is kind of variation. If in the sum of the signal, one signal is aperiodic, then the sum will be aperiodic. You need not to calculate the time period and all. This is aperiodic. Okay, this is aperiodic. That's why this signal, this entire signal is aperiodic. Okay, so that is the thing. Now let us do few more questions. So students, this is the final variety we are having. Okay, so again we are calculating T1, and T1 is nothing but 2 pi by 4, and it is nothing but pi by. And now if we calculate T2, T2 is come out to be 2 pi upon pi upon pi, and that is nothing but, if we calculate the ratio of both of T1 and T2, we are getting pi by, and we all know that friends that pi by 4 is not a rational number. Okay, pi by 4 is not a, this is not a rational number, and since pi by 4 is not a rational number, therefore this signal, the sum of the signal, is the aperiodic. Sum of signal is not periodic, it is aperiodic. Okay, so this is the point I wanted to tell you. This is all from my side for today. And if you have any more questions, variety, if you find, you can just put that variety into the comment box. I will solve that issue for you. Thank you all for listening to me.